Look at me up on here for a little impromptu live. Looking all homeless. Don't worry about that. I'm just coming on real quick because I was talking about this morning with my client, and I think it's important. And I was like, why is nobody talking about this? It was kind of in my spirit, and her and I talked about it. And then I thought, like, why aren't more people talking about this? And that is like knowing what yes feels like in your body. I feel like women especially, we're always taught to understand our bodies, have this mind, body, spirit connection. And it's always kind of attached to your intuition telling you no, or, being able to identify red flags. I mean, we all have stories of where we felt away, something wasn't sitting right, and we still went forward anyway, and we paid the price. I know I have. But why don't we also talk about what it feels like in your body when something feels like yes, like fucking yes, when it maybe doesn't look good on the surface, or your mind is telling you reasons why it shouldn't be, or whatever, but like you feel and it's a yes, and you move forward in that. Like, what does that feel like? Like, why don't we talk about that? Why aren't we able to identify that? And so it started me thinking on times when I made decisions that felt like an absolute yes for me, that maybe on paper or to the outside person looking in didn't make sense. Moving to Austin was one of those. It was a yes. I'm like, this is going to work out for me. This is going to be great for me. Every cell in my body was saying, yes, do this, move here. This is the thing. Now, when I looked at my bank account, when I looked at my support system, when I looked at logistically what was all going to have to change in my life, it didn't really make sense. But I knew that it was an absolute yes. So I think that we should be focusing more on what yes feels like, and everything is kind of like, for instance, let me tell you a quick story if you're there. I recently left my belt bag on a flight. I have never in my life left anything on a plane. Okay. I left my thing on the plane. As soon as I set foot out the airport, I knew that I was like, oh shit, I left it. I went back. They were like, you can't get on the plane. You can't go get it. Let us call up there. And I know this thing is on the plane. I know the last time I used it. I know that it's there. They were like, man, we can't find anything. File a claim. Call the number. We don't know what to tell you. Bounce. Okay. So I knew my feeling was very calm. My nervous system was calm. I felt like, my shit is there. I know my shit is there. Period. I know they told me, no, man, we didn't find anything, but I know, I know that it's there. So anyhow, but my mind was saying, they said they don't have it. Cancel everything. You have money in there. You have credit cards. Your passport's in there. Identity theft. You have to do something about this right now. This is urgent. Shut everything down right away, right? That's what my mind was saying. I let it ride. I said, okay, I'm going to give it another day. If they don't find the stuff, then I'll have to go ahead and cancel. You know what I'm saying? Self-belief, yes, is important and not nurtured. Yes, that's the whole point. I'm knowing this. So don't you know, of course, I called the next day. The lady calls, man, we have your, we didn't find the bag. So here, let's check it out. They didn't take the actual, they took my belt bag, but they had my wallet and my passport. Now, missing out of my wallet was $100 bill, a HEB gift card. I'm like, damn, y'all had to take my gift card. But in any case, wallet, cards, ID, passport was all there. It was all there. I already went and got another damn belt bag. That's nothing. I'm not worried about that. But the point is, had I let my mind convince me and override what I already knew to be true, and what I really felt like, when I say felt like, there was no anxiety or stress or anything in my body. Like, I felt completely calm and at peace. Whole wallet, whole IDs, whole passport, travel coming up, everything out there. I felt fine. I knew, but my mind was trying to tell me that it had to be urgent and I had to fix it and I had to call. I'm glad I didn't. I got all my shit back. I was able to listen to my body and what I felt and not kind of respond to the madness. And hi. Oh, boop. Hey, Jenny J. Hey, Sierra. I'm addicted to those shows. Like, He Had a Whole Secret Life, and like these shows where women are constantly talking about the stories of how they didn't listen to their red flags and how, they in every story of every person that turns out to be a not good person or a liar or a cheater or something, there's always a point where somebody says, so I keep reconnecting. I don't know, because I'm in my car maybe, but we're so familiar with that is what I'm saying, of that narrative of I didn't trust myself. I missed the signs. I didn't listen to my gut. I didn't listen to my intuition. I didn't listen to what I felt in my spirit. And what I'm saying is we need to start focusing on what it feels like when you get a good affirmational feeling in your body and you decide to go with that, because that is what's going to propel you forward. Yes, your intuition and your red flags and your this doesn't feel right is going to, can protect you and stop you from being hurt. But what's actually going to propel you forward is when you know something and you feel something and it feels like yes, and your nervous system is good, and despite whatever anybody else around you is trying to say or how the decision looks on paper or what other stories your mind tries to tell you, like that's what's actually going to propel you in life. And I feel like we need to talk more about that. So let me just look and see right here. How do you foster this skill or assert it? I mean, well, one way is stillness. You got to just be still. And by still, I don't necessarily mean like still, like sit still and, close your eyes and meditate and not move muscle in your body. I just mean like still as in you could be going for a walk, quieting your mind, right? Like quieting your mind and having a practice to where outside distraction is turned out. Because how do you foster this skill? How can you possibly feel and understand what's going on in your body if you are, like most of us, overstimulated, constantly distracted, always going from task to this, to this, to this, to that? You just can't. So I think the first step is to pause, and to be silent a little bit and still and silent your mind, even if your body is moving. For me, I like to go on walks with no, headphones or anything like that. And it's quiet and my mind can think and can breathe and can be okay. But we have to start affirming what yes feels like for us. Like I was asking my client this morning, like, go back to when someone, brought up something or mentioned and you were just like, yes, it felt just like, ooh, I'm doing that. I'm going there. This is happening. What does that feel like? Give language to it. Go back and see what the sensation is in your body so that you know it the next time that you feel it and you can move forward and you don't doubt it and you can be completely 100% assured because you trust yourself, because it's a muscle that you have to build up over time. Self-trust. We've all made mistakes. We've all got the short end of the stick. We all thought something was one way and it turned out to be another way. But it's like, how do you bounce back from that? And how do you rebuild trust in yourself so that when things come up, all you need to trust is you. You don't need the peanut gallery. You don't need somebody to co-sign it, to amen it, to anything like that. You already know you're going. You're there. So I just wanted to share that today. I felt like, I know I can't be the only one, that wants to honor yes, and be in the affirmative instead of always worrying about, what is triggering and what is the no, the stop, the don't aspects, and start going towards what feels right, what feels settled, what feels at peace, what feels good for me, right? Because we all have to find that for ourselves, and it's trial and error, and it takes a while, but go towards what feels right for you and start understanding what yes feels like for you. Because a lot of times we're running around here saying yes to shit, and we know good and damn well the minute it comes out your mouth, you're like, I don't want to do that shit. I don't know why I said yes. I don't want to do that. You had a feeling. You had a feeling. The feeling was there. You felt it. But it's like, you allow what you should say yes to it. You should. You don't want to say no to it. You don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. But deep inside, it was a no. Like your body did not open up. You felt no glow. You felt no charge. You felt nothing. You just out of your mouth came the word yes. And now you have to begrudgingly go do something that you really don't want to do. And I don't know about you, but I want to do less of what I really don't want to do. Like, I want my life to consist of things that mainly, for the most part, I really want to be doing. And I really am excited to be participating in. So let's see. Hey, y'all. Hey. Does that mean you also have to welcome the no? Yeah. I mean, it's exactly the same. It's the same on both sides. I'm just highlighting how a lot of focus in the embodiment yoga world is on, getting in touch with your body so that you can know when something doesn't feel right, or you will no longer ignore red flags, or you won't ignore your gut. You know what it feels like. And all I'm saying is like, yes, and know what yes feel like. Yes is good. I want more yes. Know what yes feels like too. Put a sensation to it. Put language to it so you can identify it when it pops up, and you can move towards what you want versus moving away towards what you don't want. Permission to say no has helped me experience FOMO less and less. Yeah. How so? I'm curious to know. Tell me about that. Permission to say no. You experience less FOMO. Man, no is... We'll talk more about no in a second. I want to talk about yes. But both of them have a place, and we need to know what both of them feel like for us, and not try to override based on what we feel like should be happening or what we should do. We need to know what it feels like so that we trust it. So that we're not like, oh, well, I think it feels good, but am I just really excited? Or am I, you can't really place, because you're not in tune with your body and what sensations feel like, and how if you don't have practices to support that, you just feel shit. You know what I'm saying? You feel shit. And then of course your mind comes in and, tries to fit it into a narrative or a story. And that's how you make a decision. And I just think that we need to talk about yes. We need to talk about what yes feels like. So yeah, let me see here. I'm waving. Y'all know I don't be live. I'm just kind of warming up. I'm getting some live practice. Next time I come live, I'm going to look not homeless and ready. And ready for the camera. But I just wanted to talk about it today because it's been on my spirit, and I was so glad that I talked to my client about it today, because I think it's important. It's something that I'm definitely teaching my daughter to know what that feels like for her, so that it's undeniable. It's such a great feeling to move in this world when you have such confidence and such clarity, and you have such trust within yourself that you just can't be denied. You know what I mean? And even if something doesn't go the way you intended or whatever, it's like that full conviction, living in full conviction of the choices that you make. I mean, that's a whole different life, because I've been on both sides of that coin. I know what it's like to make choices and be all second guessy about everything, wondering what people were going to think, how it was going to be perceived, if it was going to work out, what was the plan B, what was the plan C, how it was all going to go, right? And all of that stress and tension to being on the side of, I know and I trust that I know what's best for me. So whatever decision that I make in this situation is the correct decision, period. And that's the end. And that is where it feels good to be living. That is where it feels good to be living, friends. So yes, when I make a choice to say yes, it allows me to be present for that given moment. Yes. Yes. Giving your yes a feeling. You know, this is a yes moment. I don't want my life, to look back on my life and be able to recall very clearly all the times that, it was a no and I did an override and went yes anyway. And oh my God, it turned out really bad. I want to be able to look back also and have a feeling and have words to be like, wow, I had so many yes moments. These were yes moments where I was able to be present, where I was able to be there, where I trusted myself 1,000% to make a decision. Yeah, thank you for that, Monica. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in and watching. I'm trying to be going live more often. This is my practice run, as they say. So y'all have a blessed day. Thank you. Hey, Bobby. We're just wrapping up here. But it's okay. We'll be back another day. Y'all have a wonderful day. I need to see, how do I end it? How do I end it, y'all? Where's the stop? Do I just close it out?